Hey guys, how's it going? I'm sorry if the energy is down a little bit today. I'm very tired, but I got some tea, so hopefully that'll, wake me up a little bit. So today's video is the tree addition to my 100 scene studies challenge. I think these ones bring us up to 30 studies in total. I feel like I've done so many already, but we still have so many to go. Shout out to my patrons over on Patreon for helping to make this video possible and for being such an important encouragement to my art career. If you're interested in joining us over on Patreon, there's a link down in the description. With all that said, let's get into it. So I mentioned in a video a few weeks ago
that I've been stalking.
That I've been observing Justin Donaldson's artwork on Instagram and trying to implement some of his gouache techniques into my own paintings. I'm always so amazed by how he paints clouds, so I really tried to follow some of his techniques for these first couple of studies in particular. This study is the sanctuary tree from the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. I'm pretty sure this scene appears in the trailer as well, and it's actually the reason that I watched the show in the first place. My dad made me start watching the original Dark Crystal movie when I was like 9, and let me tell you, it was one of the most traumatizing experiences that I ever went through. I don't think I made it more than about 20 minutes into the movie before I was literally like crying in fear. I've since gained a great appreciation for the puppetry in Jim Henson's movies, but some of those creatures were truly terrifying. Anywho, I saw the sanctuary tree in the trailer for the new show. I guess it's not really a new show anymore. I think it came out like 3 years ago. I'm sorry if you hear a lot of thumping in the background. Everybody's walking around upstairs. Anywho, but I saw the tree and
lost my mind.
The colors and the twists of the roots are just absolutely stunning. Like it looks like there's like just feathers everywhere on the tree.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Needless to say, it inspired me to face my fears of the Dark Crystal and give the show a try. I also gave the movie another try and loved it, so, first impressions aren't always great. I actually painted this scene back in 2020 when I got my other mixed media sketchbook, and I'm very happy to say that my paintings have come a long way since then. I actually just recently finished that sketchbook, so let me know if y'all are interested in a little sketchbook tour. I've really been embracing the brushstrokes in these last few paintings, especially dry brushing. I use it in literally almost every single painting now. I've also experimented more with color and really playing up some of the undertones I see in a reference. I've also been adding in a few pops of color that don't appear in the reference photos because I think they'd look good, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a slave to the reference, so I do what I want.
I'm a grown woman and I can do what I want.
So this next study, I can't say that word. Next study. That's hard. I have a lisp. This isn't... It's fine. Anyways, this next study, there we go, is Rafiki's tree from The Lion King. The tree itself is awesome in the movie, but I really wanted to challenge myself with all of these very vibrant colors in this particular scene. I think the clouds in this one turned out better than the clouds in the sanctuary tree study, but I definitely still have a long way to go. One of the things I found most interesting about this frame is the purples on the shadow side of the tree.
I'm losing my voice. I need some tea.
Better. Anyways, there's a lot of warm direct light hitting the ground and the tree from the right side, but the blue light from the sky bounces the red of the ground back up into the shadow side of the tree, which creates these really beautiful purple tones. Clearly, I loved this effect and played it up a lot. So as I was going through this week, I realized that these studies were taking me less time than some of the previous themes. One of three things is happening here. Either my painting skills are genuinely improving, so I'm having to correct less throughout a painting, resulting in less time spent on it, or this week was particularly busy, so I was actually focused and more efficient with each brushstroke, or I'm getting lazy. Honestly, it could be any or all of the above, but I think it helps that none of these references had characters in them, which definitely eat up a lot more time. I always try to include a funny story or two in these videos relating to the theme of the studies, but I already told my funny tree story a couple videos ago, so I'll share a mildly entertaining plant story instead. Oddly enough, I was also on vacation for this story. Don't ask me where we were because honestly, I have no idea. We were on a hike, apparently somewhere that I did not want to be because I complained the whole time. Please keep in mind that I was like 10 and I'm also the youngest in my family, so it is literally my job to not want to do the thing that everyone else in the family wants to do. I promise I'm not that bratty anymore. Anywho, we were hiking and stopped to take a few pictures. We were somewhere where there were a lot of yucca plants. This might have been our Arizona vacation. Was this in Arizona? Or Colorado? I don't know. There were yucca plants literally everywhere. Now these plants are very cool, but they are also very pointy. And there's not a lot of give to the leaves. So my sister and I walk off into a little area next to the trail so my dad can snap a picture of us. She kneels down on the ground, and I, not paying any attention to where I was sitting, proceeded to sit directly on a yucca. I have no memory of what happened after that. That was probably the last straw for me, and I probably cried for the rest of the time. Gosh, I was such a brat sometimes. Anyways, back to the paintings. This next one is Mama Odie's tree from The Princess and the Frog. I used lots of wet on wet getting that background laid in, and honestly, I think the background only has one layer of paint on it. Again, I don't know if I was just confident with what I'd already put down, or if I was just too lazy to change it. Might have been a little bit of both. I really loved the juxtaposition of the teal background with the orange light in the boat. It's such a striking light setup, and I really enjoyed painting it. I've talked a lot lately about simplifying what I'm seeing and trying to say as much as I can with as few brushstrokes as possible. One of the ways I played with that in this piece was in the trunk of the tree. I laid in a very deep, dark brown first and tried to bring out the stairs and a few of the twists of the tree with just a few strokes. It's amazing how much depth you can bring just by placing a couple of highlights over a single color. The warm and cool highlights also helped with that because they define more of the form of the tree by distinguishing where the moonlight is hitting versus where the boat light is hitting. There's not a whole lot to say about this one. I'm happy with it and it was fun. I feel like some of the explanations for these scene studies videos are getting a little bit repetitive, but I don't know what else to talk about. If y'all have any things you'd like me to talk about in these videos, please let me know because I want to make things that you guys actually want to hear about, so it doesn't necessarily have to be art related either. I mean, I generally have an opinion on just about everything, so leave some topic suggestions.
I can't English.
Leave some topic suggestions in the comments. Now, I know I said in the Lord of the Rings Fangorn Forest video that study was my favorite, but I think this one of the truffula trees from the Lorax is a very close second. Part of that might be because I got really into the zone while painting it, and that always hypes me up. I also tried out some new blending techniques that turned out pretty neat in my opinion, so that was also very fun. I know I talk about a lot of different gouache artists,
I'm such a fangirl.
but y'all need to check out Ruth Wilshaw on YouTube. I actually learned about painting nightscapes from some of her tutorials here on YouTube. I am so happy with how the sky turned out in this one. I used a clean, dry brush to blend together the different shades of blue and white, and it made a lot of really fun, swooshy brush strokes. I also used this technique on the truffula trees to give them more of that kind of fluffy, feathered appearance. I've always been fascinated by textures and materials, and I really enjoy finding new ways to recreate three-dimensional materials in a two-dimensional painting. Before we close out, I want to chat a little bit about what I'm working on currently and what I'm planning on working on in the next few weeks. So right now, I'm working on the final piece in my Tom to Town series. It actually might be finished by the time this video comes out. I don't know, I'm hoping to have it finished this week. So if this video comes out on Friday, yeah, it better be done by now. Anyways, I'm going to be launching a Kickstarter to make prints of those, so definitely stay tuned for more info. It's been several weeks since I did some studies for my 100 Scene Studies challenge, since the schoolism class I've been taking ate up a lot of my time. So my plan is to do another theme of that next week. I've been creating a list of themes and movies to study from, so if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I would love to hear them. Some of the upcoming themes are an interiors/set dressing theme, a musicals theme, a fashion theme, dance theme. I'm also thinking about doing a nostalgic theme specifically for you guys. So if you're interested in participating in that, please let me know what scene in a movie is nostalgic to you and why it gives you those good nostalgic vibes. So after I finish up the Tom to Town series, I think I'm going to work on finishing up some illustrations that have been noodling around in my head for a while. I always come up with sketches for new illustrations before finishing the illustrations that I'm already working on. And then I just get stress paralyzed and don't work on anything, so
Yeah, that's really annoying.
unfortunately, I have a new idea for a series of illustrations that I really want to work on, but I need to commit to finishing the ones that I already have on my plate, and I'll get to them later. Struggles of being an artist.
Why is my mug sticky? The heck? Gross.
Anywho, that's it for today, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. And if you really enjoyed it, head on over to Patreon and subscribe for as low as $1 a month to get more art, coloring pages, access to member polls, lots of good things. See you soon. Bye, guys.